Hey folks, this is Mark Williams with Whitetail Properties here in Western Kentucky, and we're going to go out, take a look at a new farm, and while we're out there, we're going to talk about what I think are the 5 critical components that you need to make a good hunting property. That's water, that's food, that's cover, that's access, and that is topography and what is around the property. One of the first things is looking at it from the 10,000 foot level. And what makes that property unique based on what's around it. So we're looking for things like topography, for funnels and pinch points and saddles. We're also looking at what can I do with that property that the other properties around it don't have. Do I have cover and they have food? I have food, they have cover? What sets my property apart from the neighboring properties? So we want to look at everything at a 10,000 foot level. Then we want to get out and we want to ground proof it and make sure that what we're seeing from that aerial view from that 10,000 foot level matches what we're seeing on the ground. But again, making sure that that property is huntable and has a lot of key features like pinch points and funnels and saddles that really make great hunting properties. You know, another really critical feature to have with a good hunting property is access. You need access trails. I like perimeter trails. Maybe the property has public roads on more than one side, which gives you good access. But you need to be able to get on the property and around the property to different places for different winds. And having a good access system allows you to get to anywhere on the property anytime you need to. So having those access systems, that's another critical component to a good hunting property. Another thing that we need to make sure we've got on a property is food. Now, food can come in a lot of different forms. It can be early successional growth. That's one of my favorites. It provides a ton of food. You get a good stand of early successional growth, you could have 700 to 1,200 pounds food per acre for a deer. Obviously, we've got tillable ground. You know, if you've got tillable ground on the property or right next door, that provides a food source for certain times of the year. And then also we've got, you know, food plots. So when we're looking at a property, we want to have the ability to put in some food plots at strategic places. Food plots are a source of nutrition, but they're also an attractant, and they can pull deer in. And especially if you've got a property that doesn't have a lot of food value around you, having a lot of food plots and a lot of early successional growth, that in a combination with tillable, if you have tillable, can really provide a nice draw to deer and suck deer in off of neighboring properties, especially late season, because those with the food late season tend to have the deer on the property. So, you know, looking at the ability to put food in place or having that early successional growth is another critical key to a good hunting property. You know, as we're talking about what makes a good hunting property, another critical thing is water. There's a lot of properties in Kentucky that have creeks that run year round, but one of the simplest things you can do is just like behind this, make a water hole. And you can create these really inexpensively. They don't have to be very big. These will hold water year round here. If you don't have adequate water supply, but the property brings everything else to the table, you can make these things pretty quickly. All of our food plots have water holes on them. It's real easy to do and provides that water that the deer need. In my mind, the most important thing is cover. And there's a lot of ways to get cover, and some of the best ways is to thin timber. And we get all this thick underbrush we call early successional growth. And in that early successional growth, not only do you get lots and lots of bedding cover and fawning cover, you get a ton of food. And a good stand of early successional, you can have between 700 and 1,200 pounds of food per acre. That's tremendous, and it's free. Mother Nature provides it. You can also convert open fields, pasture fields, into early successional and create bedding cover and fawning cover that way as well. But the most critical thing in my mind, if you're going to grow and hold big deer, and what makes a really good hunting property, is having thick, gnarly cover. Every great hunting property has those 5 key components. First and most importantly, it has cover. It has a good access system, it has water, it has food, it has really good topography, and it's got good neighbors around it. When you have those 5 things that all come together, you'll have a magical property no matter what size it is. I really hope you folks enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and share. That's how we continue to make these videos, folks. See ya.